Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody? Good to see everybody this morning. Welcome to Bonnie and Clyde's Morning Talk. And today is 6/11/2020. And I feel a little bit better today. I had a busting headache yesterday late in the evening that put me out of commission. Got me some rest and feel better today. Hopefully it'll last. Guess sometimes you can just get a headache. Don't know what happened. Don't know if it was. I did go out for a walk yesterday, so maybe I got a little too much sun early in the year or something. I don't know, but it's all right. We're gonna work through it. And just a brief look at the market this morning. We'll open up there. Looks like all the markets in the red. Gold and silver is catching a bid. Silver's up over 18. Gold up over 1700, 1740. Numbers could be off a little bit since there is a delay on this device. Let's refresh the page and see if it gets me any better. Yeah, that's about where it's at. Guys. Oh, alright, let's check out Bonnie and Clyde's portfolio and see how they're doing this morning. Hit the refresh. See what happens to come up with that. Looks like they're definitely in the red this morning. Definitely crashing. Already down on 5%. Holy smokes. Sell. Don't want to do that. Take a loss. Worst time to sell a stock is when it's going down. Then you end up panic selling. That's never a good thing. Just let it settle out. Pick a better time. The stock market to begin with was created to go up. But now since they introduced derivatives and all that stuff, you never can tell. They can force the market down for sure now. Alright, so we'll get out of the market and we're going to skip weather this morning and go straight into coin talking. How about that? That way we don't take up a whole lot of time with all the weather situation. Let's see if we see anything on Twitter this morning in the Twitterverse. And it looks like we got another world coin. Maybe. On NGC's coin of the day. And if it is, I don't even know that I'm going to say much about it, guys. Don't mess with the world coins too much. So if you want to see the coin of the day for NGC, always go over to Twitter and check it out. Don't see much going on in the Twitterverse this morning. So let's skip over to another little article I picked up, guys. Looks like David Bowers. So we'll share this article. He introduced a little article about Lincoln pennies. Everybody loves pennies. I know Bonnie and Clyde loves pennies. He wrote up a little article, and let's take a look at it. It says the Lincoln cents were first distributed in August of 1909. Everybody knows everything about the 1909 VDB penny. And the VDBS is a really collectible penny, highly sought after. Anyway, replacing the Indian heads that were used from 1859 for the penny. It said large quantities of the new coins were made in Philadelphia, and then a smaller number of them were made in San Francisco. That's where the VDBS came from. And then he goes on to talking about all the different things to do with the penny. And everybody knows the design with the wheats on the back of it. And that's an interesting article. So if anybody wants to see anything else to do with that, I thought I would say a little bit about it. You can always go over to mintnewsblog.com and check it out. And then on to another little piece of history. We're going to pick up another article over here in Coin Week. And they're talking about how all of the coins back when it was first being put out, all of them sort of mirrored different other coins, and how they took the designs and spread them out over all the coins, so most all the coins looked the same, and they just kept stealing the designs. And even today you can see the Walking Liberty, which is on the ASE now, going all the way back to the 1916s, you know. So you can tell they ran with those, and they keep going over and over about how they're making the coins and the designs of them. Who knows? Maybe they'll come out with another seated Liberty before long. And then the Drake bust for sure. Alright, so let's check out the article here. And it says, from its beginnings in 1793 through the end of the 19th century, most U.S. coins have shared a common design theme. And that's what we was just saying. The Drake bust design, introduced on the silver dollar in 1795, ended up being employed on the half cent, the cent, half dime, quarter, half dollar, through 1807 and 8. The cap bust design was uniform across our silver coinage for nearly 30 years in the early 19th century. Of course, the Liberty seated design dominated the mid and late 19th century, and the Barber series took us all the way up to World War One. Yeah, that's crazy. And it said it really wasn't until 1916 that our main silver denominations took on individual personalities of their own. Yeah, and if you go back and you look, and it shows that on the small cent, the Flying Eagle design was borrowed from the reverse of the dollar made from 1836 and 39, and you can actually see that it's almost identical to it, except for the neck is a little bit longer on the actual Flying Eagle cent. And then it goes on to say there's another example of recycling. It was the short-lived 20-cent piece of 1875, which used a very similar eagle to the one found on the reverse of the trade dollars that was put out 2 years earlier. And you can put the coins side by side and you can see how identical they are. So it's just saying about that. And then the poor $1 gold piece went through two redesigns in 7 years. The first design, the Type 1, struck from 1849 to 1854, was too small, while the second design, the Type 2, from 1854 to 56, had serious striking issues. When the third type was issued in 1856, they borrowed Liberty Head from the $3 gold piece from 2 years earlier. So yeah, they just kept recycling over and over and over all the different coins, and it was crazy. Let me check out over in the chat. Good morning, everybody. Bonnie gets cranky when it comes to the pennies. She's just messing around. She got on here and she had a penny hunt one time. There was creators all. She did a penny battle and she got to the point she was like, no more of that for me. No sirree, I'm not doing that again. She had fun with it though, and she still does have fun with it. Yeah, that is absolutely a mess. And then over at the United States Mint, the basketball coins were the last thing to come out, and the product schedule to go forward is still to be determined on everything. It says that the Air Force silver medal should be the next thing to be released, but you never know what's going on with how they're doing things, so the product schedule is really up in the air. Then they got some the American Eagle 2020 gold uncirculated coins, and the palladiums, and even the 2020 American proof coins still have to come out. And then after that, it just goes into all the dollar coins, and we're still waiting on some of the sets to come out. I don't know how they're going to do the silver proof set this year, the one in the black box that they've been putting out for quite a few years now. And they've got it on a list, way down the list, so it could be the end of the year, the San Francisco limited edition set. And like we've been waiting on is the 2020 uncirculated coin set. Who knows when that could be up. Hopefully it'll come out soon. Hopefully they'll be making some new announcements to get things out. But we'll just have to play a wait and see game with that. Yeah, those grading things. That's why I really don't care too much about the sending coins in to getting graded. Not unless I need like a reassurance or a second opinion about making sure that it's actually not a counterfeit. And then it seems, depending on the coin, that if they approve it, NGC or PCGS or whatever, then it's sellable to people at that point. But I mean, that's the only thing. And then that's really a horrible way to have to do coin collecting. Either you know that it's real and you go through everything that you can go through to verify that it's real, and then resell the item without having to pay these guys. That's always, their grading is subjective. I'm not saying I'd want a computer to do it. Yeah, I mean, that's probably even worse. But it's all about who's grading it that day, who's looking at it, when they could be looking at a coin totally different than the way the other person looks at it. Just depends on who's grading it. So, yeah. I just seen some in the chat there, a money racket. I mean, and that's exactly what it's come down to. And I don't want to be disrespectful to the companies or nothing like that, but that is definitely what I mean. You think about it. Years ago, everybody hollered, "Don't clean the coins! Don't clean the coins!" As soon as they figured out a way that they could make a profit off of it, then they said, "Send it in to us and we will conserve it for you." So they're going to clean it and charge you for cleaning it and send it back to you in a capsule, or maybe not even send it back to you encapsulated, but and that's truly, and how do you even explain that? But anyway. Yeah, that's subjective grading. It is a mess. All right, guys. Let's see what we got over here. So that was the coin articles I had up this morning. I hope you enjoyed it a little bit. Let's go over here and see if we can see what the temperature's gonna be like around the nation this morning. See if we can get a good look and just see how hot it is right now around the nation. See where the hot spots are. See if it's snowing anywhere. I don't think it's snowing anywhere today, but it could be. The way these temperatures have been going recently, it looks like we got some hot spot down in Florida right now. It's a little cooler than it was yesterday, though. 86 degrees. And in the middle of the country is right now is in the mid 70s. And that's pretty much the temperature throughout the whole United States until you get out into the deserts in Arizona. Gets really hot out there, 85. And then up in the northwest again, it looks like it's still a little chilly up there. So looks like the temperatures are in the mid 70s for most of the nation this morning. Like I said, until you get out west in the northwest, Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, the upper part of northern part of California in the 50s. So that looks like that's about it, guys, for that. Don't want to spend a whole lot of time on the weather. I think I'm just boring people with the weather, but we will check the maps and see what the precipitation looks like. It looks like the East Coast is gonna get a little rain up north, and showers moving off of the coast pretty much all the way down the coast from Maine to Florida. It's like a whole stream of showers. If you're located on the East Coast, there's a chance that you could see a little rain where you're at today. And out west, it looks like they got a front moving in Washington, Oregon, Northern California, in the southern part of Texas, and that's about it for precipitation, guys. So hopefully it's a beautiful day no matter where you're at today, guys. That's the main thing. Maybe the rain will move off of the East Coast. And let's see what we got here. About the best news that I could find for good news today. Is the Great Barrier Reef. It looks like a bunch of large green turtles are gathering at Rain Island, so something good must be happening out there since they are endangered. The good news is they have gathered and gonna start laying all their eggs, and maybe their endangered species will kind of dwindle away some. Not sure why everybody's killing all the green turtles or whatever, but hopefully they'll make a comeback, and I'm sure they will. So that's about the good news I could find today. Let me check one more place just to make sure. Don't want to leave like that, guys. See if we can find one more. I got another site that I look for good news. It's unbelievable. It's so hard to find just good news. Everybody wants to report on all the negative news, and that's what sells. So let's see. That's a good thing. I did see that this morning as I was looking at the good news. I just had closed out the tab. But we'll go over this one right here. This is actually a really good thing. It says Chattanooga, Tennessee has put forth an effort to have Tennessee's Department of Police update their code of conduct to where if they see somebody dealing with somebody hurting another person, then now the police have to intervene and try to help the person out that is being hurt in some ways. Before, the police could just walk away. But acts of brutality, abuses of process, abuses of authority, and any other criminal acts or major violation, department rules and procedures, they should intervention, and then they have to report it also. So that's a good thing. A lot of people never knew that police didn't have any duty to really help people. So now at least they're kind of saying, hey guys, if y'all see somebody getting hurt, y'all need to try to help that person out instead of just turning a blind eye. And that includes the officers themselves. If they see a fellow officer doing something wrong, then they need to intervene and say, hey, you're doing this wrong. So that's a good thing. So that'll pretty much do it for this morning. That's about the best article I could find to end the show on this morning. Thank you all for joining us. I hope you like the news on the coins. Thank you all so much for spending time with us. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Go over and check out the new Bonnie and Clyde's website, and we're still putting products on there, so there should be more things that'll be going on the site. So it's just a process now. When we wanted to get it up and working, finally got a few kinks worked out of it. Bonnie spent a lot of time working out a lot of things, so that took away from being able to put up products and stuff like that. So that'll be the next line of order, is putting more things up for you guys. So thanks a lot. We do appreciate it. Have a great day, and we'll see y'all tonight, 9 o'clock. Have a great day.